Link, originally from The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, gets his own Amiibo figurine. Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, Lithium here from my channel Nintendo Collecting, bringing you another Amiibo unboxing. Now this is the beginning of Wave 3 for me. They're coming out in different days, so I was able to pick up 4 different Amiibo figurines, the first one of which I'd like to unbox for you is obviously here, Toon Link. I'm also going to compare Toon Link to the original Link, and I'll give you sizing information and everything about that as well. So here he is in the box. The box does look fantastic. Just so that you know, in North America, it usually says 6+ up here. It does say Toon Link, Link Cartoon. You have the Smash Bros. Symbol there in the background. A great picture of Toon Link. He looks a little bit distressed, I guess, because he's battling other people in Smash Bros. I love the Toon Link logo in the background there behind the figurine. There you have him in the pose. We're going to take him out of the box and take a look at it. It does say Nintendo Amiibo right there. On the side, it has some choking hazards for anyone less than 3 years old. And on the back, it does say some other information about Amiibo. So essentially, Amiibo you can scan in on your Wii U Gamepad and eventually on the new Nintendo 3DS to actually battle with these characters in Super Smash Bros. And use them in many different games as well. So I have an X-Acto knife here. I'm going to unbox this for you the best that I can, keeping this in really good condition because I think the boxes are really cool packaging. So what I'm going to do is, and what I've been doing with a lot of these, is I'm going to use the X-Acto knife to try and go around the figurine. And it's been a little while since I've done any sort of unboxing for Amiibo because the different waves do come out in different days and different times. Now, I was unable, just to talk about a moment about all the other Wave 3 Amiibo figurines, I was unable to pre-order the other store-exclusive figurines. So I was able to get Toon Link and I think Sheik, King Dedede, some other ones like Meta Knight, actually, Meta Knight, Rosalina, Shulk. I haven't been able to get my hands on at all, and I think there's one more as well. Any store exclusives I completely missed out on. I think the last one's Lucario, which is really unfortunate. I'm going to have to do trades to try and get them. I'll either trade or buy them on probably locally on Kijiji. I just think that's the best way to do it. I don't want to do international stuff too much because you end up paying for shipping a lot, and that's not really worth it in the end. I think you're paying a lot for everything. So I'm going to cut around this. That one side's done really well, and this side's not quite done, so I'm going to cut through this a little bit more. Toon Link's an interesting character that a lot of people hated when they originally saw him because they were expecting a realistic game that eventually I think became Twilight Princess. But when they saw Toon Link, they were going, hey, this character is not at all what we were expecting. We wanted a realistic Zelda game on the GameCube. What happened? But I personally loved Toon Link. I thought he looked really interesting, and the different poses that he could do with his face and the different animations you could get out of him was really cool. I thought he was the most animated Zelda character ever. I really enjoyed him. So here's the figurine himself. We finally have him out of the box packaging. So let's just take a really close look in HD at this figure. I'm going to move my light a little bit so you get a better idea. So here we have it. His face, again, looks a little bit distressed, but that's okay because he's battling. There's his shield from the Wind Waker looking really, really awesome. That does have a kind of a chrome look to it. The Master Sword looks much shorter than Link's Master Sword normally is because this is the Toon Link rendition, so it does look a little bit different. Let's make sure that I can focus in on this guy. So there is the Master Sword, looking amazing in all of its glory. This one does have a very small base down there. You can see it's the white base, but I don't really mind. It is in a very awkward place coming out of Link. It looks like it's not nearly as bad as the one from The Legend of Zelda, the other Link figurine, but that's alright. Turning this around, we do have the sheath for the sword right there with some detail work on it, which looks pretty cool. Hopefully the camera is kind of picking that up. And there is some great detail work even here. On his hat, you can see some of the different... There's a little pose for his hat, which is good. You can kind of see where the plastic comes together in some aspects, but it's actually a really well put together figurine. On the bottom, we just have Amiibo. It does say some other information made by Nintendo, and it also obviously says that this is... No, it just says Nintendo on it. It doesn't have any other information like The Legend of Zelda on it or anything else. So just give you a size comparison. First of all, how many inches tall is the Toon Link? I'm going to measure it in inches. So here I have him 3 inches tall. So for everyone else in the world, you might be wondering in centimeters. In centimeters, he is about 70 centimeters tall, roughly 3 inches otherwise. And I did say that I can compare it to the Link character that I do have right here. So we're going to compare Link and Toon Link. Clearly, the original Link is taller, just like he is in the game. The stand on the original Link is much, much worse because it's that yellow and it really stands out. I think Toon Link is almost better made, but he's not nearly as detailed because he's not as detailed in the game. So the detail work on the original Link figurine is miles better, but that's just the way the character is designed. It's not really a flaw of the game itself. So one is much taller than the other, but that is alright. I really like Toon Link. I think he's one of the most expressive characters I have ever seen in the Legend of Zelda series. I really like playing the Legend of Zelda HD version, which I just beat in a Zeldathon, by the way. What are your thoughts on this Toon Link amiibo, and how have you been doing getting the Wave 3 amiibo? I'm going to run into some problems this time. It's probably going to take me a little bit longer to get all of the Wave 3 amiibo, but definitely check out my videos for more unboxings of amiibo. I'm definitely going to be doing Sheik Bowser and King Dedede sometime soon over the next week. Thanks again for watching. Feel free to fill that like bucket. Follow me on all the social media links in the description below the video, and remember, as always, go collect them all and keep smiling while gaming.